Alright, my battery's almost dead and my memory is out, but I had to show you guys this stuff. Look at this. I did not see this the first time I came through. There's 2 X's there. It's amazing. 2. Now this is right by a picture. I'm not sure exactly, but it's in there somewhere. A perfectly symmetrical X down there. You guys have seen that picture. But I also wanted to show you this. This has been pushed over. I mean, I believe that was pushed with force. You see how it's uprooted? I really do. I mean, that could be natural. It could be. But it's pretty cool if it is. I mean, it's not rare. I've been walking and stuff and activity in here. Some of that's me. But when you come through this way, it's pretty amazing. Where is it? These X's. Like, I'm not saying these are anything, you guys. I just thought it was interesting to see, too. And then all this stuff, too. Look. Look at the 2 X's. Pretty wild. Again, I checked all the roots of these. They're all still in place and just pushed like that. So if that's natural, then it's one of a kind. You're not going to see that too often. That's just, that perfect. They're perfect. Look at, I mean, they didn't cross, that stick didn't cross there or up there. It's right there. And so is that one. And then this was, I found interesting. It looks like Bigfoot was down here hanging out. That was clearly broken with force. There's no doubt about it. You can see even where it bowed. It's like, I think we've all probably done that at some point with something smaller than this. This is so strong I could never move it. That was pushed down. These all look pushed over. Like, like maybe he was gonna do something in here and decided not to. I don't know. But let's see before my video runs out if I can find the other one. I know it's in here somewhere. Let's see, it's just too cool. I'm getting so cool. This is crazy. Look at my legs. Okay, now this is an area that people definitely probably come through. And here you can see there's a ribbon there. I think it's actually private property. Technically. Oh man, where's the X? Okay, I made it up here. I have not been there yet. It's somewhere in there. So I'm gonna go there. But man, I don't know if you guys saw that last video about the dog stuff, but I zoomed in. I was like, something interesting happened back there. And this is it. Maybe I'll walk over there after. That was clearly made by something pretty cool. It's like a teepee type thing. It's so wet. That's the only reason I'm avoiding going there at this minute. I'm soaking wet here. So let's just go see if we can get this dog stuff. I tell you, this is all boxed off. I'm starting to think that the reason, I think I said it before, that they push these trees over is to get things to walk a certain way. Deer and all them, they want to take the easy way. They'll jump over anything if they have to, but they don't, if they're just on their normal walk. They want to go the easy way, just like all of us. And I think that's what the goal is here, is to try to get filter game into a certain area. I mean, it's just too many, like, crisscross stuff. And it all kinds of, I think this is the backside. I think it's meant to actually filter game in on that side, because once you're in the entrance, there's no way out. So maybe that's the thing. And you can see this, you guys. This was pushed over. This is that part that was, I think it was pushed over. I don't know. Alright, hold on, I gotta find this. I'm lost. I think this is it. You know what? This is not it. Oh, great. This is so well hidden in here. I think this is it. You would never be able to find, I would never have come in here if I had not known. Well, at least I thought I knew. This isn't it either, guys. This is a different area. Look at the stuff in here. Oh, there it is. This is so tricky in here. Okay, so I just saw where the human stuff was, and I thought it was gone. I'm not kidding. But I think it's there. I was like, you gotta be. No one's gonna believe me. But there it is. And that's how I found it. In my video, it's up, hanging up, because I actually had picked it up first. You can just see the dog thing. Still there. All that is, well, look at this. All of those are ripped off. Now, it very easily could have been the people that were here. Why in the world? I'm looking at, you're looking at just, a day or two worth of human activity here, at least, just trying to do this. So the guy's either lost his mind. Here's the thing. I was going to pick this stuff up. I'm going to jump. See, I think that this entrance is exactly what that is. It's an entrance way. And once you're in here, say you were a deer coming through there, you're just going to, if you got scared, you would just bounce around and hit all this crap and get stuck or whatever. And there's nowhere to go. I feel like this is what they want. They want you to come into them and not be able to run. Just a theory. So here's this stuff that looks untouched. I wanted to just kind of see what else was here. I ended up not touching any of it besides this bag. And you can see this weird, it was almost like a pine cone. Well, a pine cone was put there to weigh it down. What does this say on it? Pet community. So it's all about a pet here. But it looks like, they're doggy bags. There's this weed, that was his weed, obviously. I can tell by the dead grass that's underneath this stuff that it's been here for a little while at least. I just find it really unusual. Again, oh, there is pockets. Someone mentioned pockets. Let's check the pockets. There's nothing. Nothing in the pockets. So I was saying before, I was thinking I would come pick this up, but it's all soaking wet. I can't imagine there'd be any fingerprints left. It's definitely hair. There's no, looks like it was a smaller dog. So just dog stuff. It's really strange. I can't figure it out. I don't have a dog anymore, so I want one really bad, but I don't know what else to say about that, you guys. I was going to pick it up. I have a bag with me. I brought but you can see all the water on them and stuff like that. I just feel like it's a waste of time to actually bring them all the way back. Probably get inconclusive results. So I hope no one's disappointed that I'm deciding not to carry those. It's been raining all. Sorry, my video stopped. So I just don't think it's worth it, to be honest with you. I just think they've been here too long and there's weather on them. And I just feel like even if we did get something, still no one's going to believe us and all that kind of thing. So I'm actually going to leave them. I don't know, maybe I will grab the two. I'll dump the water out of the one and take the water bottles, but I don't know if you can tell. I'm going to pick this up with a strap. It's just soaking wet. It's blending in, but you can see the water dripping off. So I just feel like it might not be the best idea. The thing is, if this was a human being that did all this, I'm guessing it wasn't many, because you'd have a tough time trying to convince your buddies to do all this. This is just not fun stuff. And then the point that no one would ever see this here. I mean, I'm telling you, I could sit here. If I broke my leg and I was stuck here, guess what? I'm either crawling all the way down the mountain, or I'm going to die here, because there's no one's going to hear me and no one's ever going to walk through here for a long, long time. Just my opinion. Let's see if we can see any Bigfoots on camera. That was a long way to walk to see that stuff. It must have really rained hard here last night. And it's going to rain here all day. I want to take a little closer look at this too. I was going to go to the back side. You can see here there's like a whole supply of lumber here too. It's not, they didn't just break off and use what they broke. They broke everything. I'm sure some of these are broken from when the thing was actually knocked over. That's what a lot of that is, I think. But there's a lot. Everywhere I look, I see some kind of a made little blind. Like some are simple, some are more complex than others, but let's see if I can't go around the other side of that. I think Bigfoot sleeps during the daytime. Just from all the mostly from what other people say, and then just my experience in the last year. It sure seems like there's more activity at nighttime. Just for my own curiosity, I want to see how this looks like it was. Just how much work went into this. Nothing, you couldn't, it may look like it on camera, but you couldn't, no, nothing's going in there. It's not big enough. Normally I just take a picture of this, but it's pretty interesting. So I figured I'd just video it real quick. Could just be all trees broken down, but you know, I have a lot of stuff like this in the area. I don't know if you can see that pretty good. I don't know why, this almost looks like it was done for fun. All of those sticks, almost all of them, have been put there against this big tree. I think that tree looks like it just fell over. And then something put all those sticks, just leaning them there. And you can see how big some of them are. Actually, that's not true. See, it looks like that tree had fell at some point. Maybe it gave them the idea. And it hit there and split. But the rest of those, like that one, all those have been put there. Those this is kind of cool looking. I don't know what that's going on over there. I just have a lot of stuff this is right below where I took the dog stuff. I'm almost there. And of course it's starting to rain. It's no fun up here when you're soaking wet. It really isn't. It gets, as soon as the rain comes, it drops like 10 degrees, 15 degrees. It gets really cold. Now, if anyone complains about the camera shake, I'd like to see you come up this mountain and hold the cell phone steady. I mean, this stuff is incredibly hard to walk through. Holy shit, I almost fell. Excuse my language. I try not to curse, but it happens. Alright, so, oh, you know what? I'm not even close. I gotta go up a whole nother tier. Okay. Alright, this is kind of cool. I'm not walking back up there because I just came down. But I believe you can see that X. It's an absolutely unbelievable, perfect X. I'm going to go, next time if I ever do come back, I'll walk right to that first. It's easy to find. It's not far. I find it really interesting that that's there because back there, back there is, and straight up the hill about 2 miles, or I'm just guessing on the mileage, you guys. It's where the human stuff is. All 4 sides have an X. Surrounding that area. It's just really bizarre. And like I said, I still think it's a hunting area, not a living area. But what do I know? Now, I'm willing to bet by looking at that X up there that it's perfectly symmetrical. I think that's the right word. Like the other one I took coming in here. It's if you were to measure from the bottom of one log to the top of the other one on each corner, they're exactly the same, within a quarter of an inch. And I'll bet you anything, if I went up there, I saw that X from down here. I walked right past it and didn't even see it. But I'm willing to bet that if I walked through there, up there and measured that, it would be exactly the same thing. They're just too perfect. They're just too perfect. I'll tell you this, basically that whole area boxed in up there. Sorry, Barbara, I couldn't find the water either. Those two mines or whatever they were. I tried to locate those so I could maybe find the picture. Could not find them. It's really frustrating to me. I don't know. Could have sworn I knew where they were. They might be on that mountain right there. I'm going to check that real quick. So, I don't know. Lots of X's. I've seen 4 X's, one on each side. Perfectly symmetrical X's that are huge. Mind-blowing X's. These trees are kind of cool too. Those are all TP'd. There's no... I saw these the first time I was here, I came up. Look, I come in right there. I'm really close to where I come in. Just shows you how close. I mean, honestly, that's a dirt road. Nothing comes by there. I'm thinking on a weekday, you wouldn't even see a car. On a weekend, definitely. Probably 10 or 20 cars a day. But mostly the same people. Alright, so this area, a lot of this could be natural too, but I've noticed that those trees right there are all leaned against, and they're just broke. There's nothing there. They're literally put there and leaned. I could show you, except for that I have to go through a river. Well, it's a stream, and I don't want to. Maybe I'll go over there. Also, those are kind of cool too up there. I think they do it just to some kind of marker or alphabet or something. Crazy, man. Crazy. You can see like that, the one that's sticking at an angle. There's none of these have roots. They were all put there like that, and they all come to the same. Now, I would think naturally if they didn't meet perfectly like a teepee. Watch this. You see how they all meet up there? I mean, those things were put together. If that happened naturally, then I'm going to win the lottery later. All this stuff, you see? It's all... I'm telling you, this Bigfoot, oh, did you hear that? He just does weird stuff. There's something that's walked all through here, too. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, something's walked through all around here. I mean, I'm not going to look at... You can see it everywhere, matted down grass. I didn't think it wasn't an elk or a deer because they're everywhere. And the thing is, it's amazing. I know there's like 1,000 of them up here, and I never, ever see one when I'm walking, which tells me they know I'm here, except for one deer by my ex jumped up and scared me. I thought it made a sound just like a Bigfoot, and scared the hell out of me. It's an interesting little area here. You see how these meet? That tree is going uphill. All these, they go uphill. The leans are pushed upwards, not down. You know, like these right here, I think might have fell naturally. They're leaning downward, and they fell. Downward, and they fell. But that one right there is falling uphill, and it's meeting at an intersection with 4 or 5 other trees. You know, it's just, those are the kind of things I like to look for. Same thing up there. 2 trees that are together and they meet in the middle and put through the middle of another tree. I don't know. These are the things I find interesting. Like, they're just subtle little things. They're not in here. Like here, like this was done recently too. That break is not old. It's dead, but it hasn't been weathered yet. You know, this guy, he's been running around here, and they're like, there's I'll probably just piece this in real quick, but I just want to show you guys what trees look like that have fell down. Okay. Every single tree down here, this used to be a forest. Sorry, I'm so out of breath. Head rush. And this is, sorry, I don't mean to say this is, I mean, it's not a perfect example, but it's a pretty good example of what trees look like when they fall down. They don't all make squared in boxes or X's, or, you know, they'll do that like that in the ground, but this is what it looks like. These are trees. I know there's something, disease in here or whatever, killed all these and they just fell down. None of them. So right there, I see, I don't know, what, 100 sticks, 50 sticks? None of them, not one of them, is unusual to me. I mean, there's nothing that happened naturally. Nothing. Sorry, I get mad. You know, maybe that up there, sorry. You know, oh, look, it's leaning. It's tree lean. Natural. Like, so that's all to me. You know, this is what it looks like. So these things that we find aren't, other people will think that, like, oh, you're just an idiot. But, you know, when you do it long enough, not that I've been some expert, but I've been out here enough now where you start to catch on a little bit. This is all natural. This is what trees look like. Go back and look at my video. You'll see, you know, this is where I was seeing a blind and all that. That stuff, I mean, the more I see this, the more I'm convinced that something made that. And that particular situation, I know it was not a person. I don't know about the blind, but I know that area. The trees are too big. So this is, yeah, not Bigfoot, but it gives you a good idea of what trees look like. This is trees dead. There's not one. Here's one leaning. There's a tree lean for you. But completely by accident. That thing's been there for like 50 years. I'm serious. I think these things have been here for like a long time. I don't know if it's been 50 years, but it's been a long time. And look, again, they just go on and on and on. There's not one X. There's not one. Nothing fell by accident together. There's not even an X on the ground, to be honest with you. Hardly. There's just nothing. I do see that a lot. Naturally, it looks like something almost put it like that. But that's just natural. You know, I can just, all the way through. If I kept going, it's just all this. So I just thought that was a good example of what's natural and what's not. You know, so a lot of cool things can happen in the woods, but all of it happening within 100 yards of each other was really suspicious to me.